Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn X++ language that is supported by Microsoft and used in Dynamic 365 Finance and Operation. So if you are new to this language, if you are beginner, so we will be discussing really important, some of the important key factor and point that as a beginner, you guys should know if you want to master this language. So this is my handmade notes. If you want, then I will share it with you guys. And this is the part 1 and part 2 will come soon. All the necessary detail for you guys as a beginner, all the necessary details are written here in this notes, and I did not write any unnecessary line, so that without complicating things further, we will be learning this language in a very efficient manner. So if you are new to the channel, just hit the like and subscribe button and do share this video as much as possible. So without a further delay, let's start. What is this X++ language? What is it used for? And when it came, all these things we will be going to learn in the next few slides. The first thing for any language, when we start learning, the first thing that we learn that how to print a statement in language. So here you guys have a query like how to print a statement in X++ language. So it is as simple as that. The syntax is print double quote, and between these two double quote, you are going to write whatever you want to print. You are going to write between these two double quote, and then semicolon, and then you will run your program. So it is as simple as that. Just print double quote, and between these two double quote you are going to write the statement, whatever the statement that you want to print. You will write semicolon and then run your program. So the first thing that we learned is how to print a statement in X++ language. Now we will be moving to the next slide, that is what is this? X++ language is an object-oriented language. So this line says that it is an object-oriented language, and if you guys know the basic of object-oriented language, like if you have learned Java, C Sharp, then it will be really very easy for you guys to learn this language, because lots of concepts are similar with all the oops, like all the oops concept, classes, inheritance. The most of the thing are similar in X++ also. So what is this second line saying? That it is an application aware and data aware programming language. So till here, I hope you guys don't have any issue till here. So now this line says it is an application aware and data aware programming language. So if you understand this line, if you like elaborate this line, it is saying that it is an application aware and data aware programming language. What does it mean? It means that this language is used basically in financing and operations, like ERP. Have you guys heard about ERP? That is enterprise relationship planning. So this language is used in it because of its simplicity, and in a very efficient performance we are using this language. And it is data aware means if you want to access some data, like if you want to access some of the person detail, so you will going to write specifically which person, like I want to access the employee whose employee name is this. I want to change the name of employee whose employee ID is this. You are going to give that employee ID. So this is this is the example of data aware. So it make it because of this it makes a lot of easier to access data, to manipulate data, and it reduces the scope of error, because because everything is specific here, so the chances of error uh, will obviously get low. So here it is used in enterprises resource planning. Here see the full form of ERP is here, and in database application. So like it is similar to the C sharp. If you write code in C sharp, if you guys know C sharp, then if you write any other code, like some of the code piece of code in C sharp, and if you copy it and paste here in X++ Visual Studio, then it will run easily without giving you any compilation error. So some of the differences are here. Actually, some of the differences are here. Like in C sharp, we learned that we if you want to access the database, if you want to access something from the table, then what did we do? We use lots of concept like link queries, because but in here in this language, the if you want to access something, if you want to write something, then you will directly write it understand the language of MySQL. It understand the language of basically not only MySQL. It will be wrong if I say MySQL. So generally it understand the query language directly. We can write the query language directly in X++. So this is the benefit of this language over C sharp. So the third point is X++ code is checked for syntax error during compile time. So because of this point, what is it saying? That if I elaborate this point, so X++ code is checked for the syntax error during the compile time. So this is a strongly typed language, although it is case insensitive. If you write something like, if you write while in small letter and while in capital letter and while in small mix of small and capital letter, then it won't give you any error, because it is case insensitive, but it is strongly typed language, although it is case insensitive. So the your code is actually thoroughly checked in compile time, not in runtime, in compile time itself, so that if you write anything that is not appropriate, uh, that is not allowed by this language, so it will give you error. It will throw an error, so that the chances of error get reduced drastically, and developer should know what he is going to write. So here the fourth point is the X++ runtime execution engine have automatic mechanism to discard objects that are no longer referenced, so the memory can be reused. Here we are talking about garbage collection. If you know garbage collection, like if you declare a variable and you are not going to use it, in future you are not going to use it, you just declare a variable, then the garbage collection, when the garbage collection happens, your unused variable get destroyed, so that the memory will be saved. So here in this language X++, it support the automatic garbage collection, so that the object that is declared but never used, so it discarded automatically. So you don't have to take care of it, the compiler will take care of it. So it has automatic garbage collection. So if I make things simpler further, so this line basically says that if you declare any object, or if you declare any variable that you are not going to use it in future, then it will automatically get discarded, so that your space, your storage will be reused for another purpose. So what is this line says? Interoperability between classes written in X++ and C sharp or other .NET framework language is supported. What does this word mean? This word mean is this is like if you write a code in C sharp or any other .NET any other language that is supported by .NET framework, then you can swap these code, like you can just copy it and paste it in X++. It will work fine. You don't have to change like a lot of things. You just have to tweak it, you just have to change the minor things, and most of the time you don't have to change anything. It will run properly. So what is this line says? That is dynamic array are supported and X++ include several collection objects. Here the X++ language support dynamic declaration of an array, so that your size of the array can increase, decrease. it is supported by the X++ language. So here the X++ language source code is compiled to Microsoft.NET CIL, that is Common Intermediate Language. Here not only X++, C Sharp source code is also compiled by CIL, Common Intermediate Language. So you can see there is a lot of similarities between C Sharp and X++. So it will be really very easy, and it will be a plus point for you guys if you know C Sharp. Then this language is like no different from the C Sharp. Basically it is same. So I hope you guys don't face any issue. I hope you guys understood whatever the thing that we discussed till here, till the next till this slide number second. So here we are moving forward, slide number third. So these are the some of the important point that you should know for practical. All these things are for theoretical part, but here we are moving to the practical. So what is a variable? First I will discuss what are the variable in X++, what is the default variables, like pre-built variable in X++, data types in X++, not variable. But before doing that, I want to ask you guys that what is variable? It is nothing. It is an identifier that point to a memory location. It is just a name. It is just a identifier so that we can identify what is this. Like if you have just if you know your friend whose name is something like Harry or Potter, so you recognize him as from his name. So similar thing, a variable is an identifier that point to a memory location where the information of specific data type is stored. Okay, so this is variable. So here in X++, the important points are in X++, the instance variable are declared in class declaration, and it can be accessed from any method in the class or form method that extended the class. So this line, if you know the basics of Java or C Sharp, then you guys will relate from this line that it is saying that basically it is saying that variables, instance variable, are declared in class declaration. Like inside the class we can declare instance variable, and we can use it anywhere we want, anywhere we want in that particular code, in that particular class or the child class. We can use that instance variable. So we are doing this from a very long period of time. Like in Java also, we declare instance variable and we use it in that class or child class. We can use it anywhere we want. But when we talk about local variables, it can be accessed only in the block where they defined. Like if I declare a local variable inside a method, then I can access it only inside that method. I cannot access it outside the method. So these two line will, I hope these two lines is making sense to you guys. Instance variable, like any other language in X++ also, we declare instance variable in class and we can access it, we can play with it anywhere in we want, like in parent class also, in child class also, if it is instance variable, right? But in local variable, we can only access it within that particular block where it was written, so where they were defined. So inside a method, if we declare a local variable, we can access it only inside that particular method, right? So now we are moving forward to this point. When a variable is declared, it means that, what does it mean when I declare a variable? When you guys declare a variable, it means that a memory is allocated to it. It does not matter you initialize the variable or not. You just declare a variable. That means the space is acquired by it. The memory is allocated to it. And when in future, when you will initialize it, okay, when you will initialize it, it will get stored in that memory only. And if you don't initialize it, then it will take the default value. Okay, I hope I am making sense here. See, when you declare a variable, okay, we are not going to talk about initializing the variable. At least now we will just discussing like this. When we declare a variable, it means that a specific space for that variable is already allocated, right? And when in future you initialize it, then the value will be stored in that particular space, and if you don't initialize it, it will take the default value. As simple as that. Now, the next line is variable can be declared anywhere in the code block in a method. They don't have to be declared in the beginning of the method. This line is also similar to the Java and C Sharp and any other object oriented language. Like what we were doing till now, we are doing that what? It is not necessary to declare a variable at a certain point. Whenever you want, whenever you need, you can declare a variable wherever you want. There is no certain fixed place for declaring a variable. So here in X++ also, wherever you want, whenever you want, you can declare a variable. Okay. It does not mean that you have to declare it at the beginning of the method. You can declare it in the mid of the method also, in the end of the method also. That it does not necessary. It is not necessary to declare it in the beginning. So here constant. So in X++, constant are the variable. Actually, it is the keyword where the value cannot be changed. This is also you have seen this keyword in JavaScript also, where the constant keyword is used when we want a fixed value of a certain thing. But in X++, there is also a keyword that is very similar to constant, that is read-only keyword. Read-only keyword is almost 98% similar to the constant keyword. It also means that you cannot change the value when you declare by using read-only keyword. Right, but there is a difference between constant keyword and read-only keyword that we will be going to discuss in few within like next to next slide. We will be discussing what is the difference between constant keyword and read-only keyword. So moving to the next slide, we are going to learn the data types of X++ programming language. This is really the ABC of X++ language. You guys should focus now. So what are those data types that is used in X++ language? These are the pre-built data type, like any data type, boolean. Here the boolean, date, enum, integer, string, int64. These are the data type that we are familiar with. I hope you guys are also familiar with what is boolean, what is enum, and what is string. If you don't, then no worries. I will explain. Like, see here the boolean data type. First, let's discuss that types that is used in other programming language also. So it will be familiar to you guys. So boolean. So this data type can represent only two values, true or false, nothing else. Okay. So date. We can use this data type to represent a date. As simple as that. Enum. This is like array. This data type can represent a set of named value. If you want to know what is enum in a very layman language, so this is like a cousin of an array. Okay. So here now int, if we want to represent some numerical value, that is a whole number without a decimal point, okay, without using a decimal, only a whole number like 1 2 3 4 5 6 any, okay, then we will use integer, right? But if you want to know what is int 64, then this data type can represent a whole number with 64 bits of precision. Like this is the bigger brother of int, right? Now string. Here in Java, we when we use this data type, we are going to write the full form of it, string. In C sharp also we write string, but here in X++ we will use we will write str. It means string, plain simple string, right? Now we are moving forward to the other data types, that is any data type. Any data type is commonly here I gave you an example that it is commonly used as a placeholder for a variable. Suppose you want to declare a variable but you don't know the data type. Till now you don't know the data type, but you know that you will know the data type in future, but till now you don't know the data type, so you are going to use any data type, as simple as that. Now what is this data type? This one, what is this? Have you heard of this data type? So this data type can represent a globally unique identifier. Right, we will be discussing in the next slide, next to next slide, what is this globally unique identifier. For a beginner, you don't need to know this. First, you have to practice in by using boolean, enum, integer, string. These are the data types. Like as a beginner, you should be using like on general purpose. So here, the next one is time of the day. Time of day, what is it? Is represent for a time of day. Okay, so what will be the format of it? I will give you an example what is will be the format of it. So now the next one is UTC date time. This is also used in representing the date time in like universal date time, UTC, that is universal time. Okay, coordinate here. So what is the format of this also? I will give you an example. So here, in addition of these primitive data types, this one total 10 is there. Actually there is only 10 primitive data type that we are going to use in really day to day. When we are going to code in X++, we will be using all these data type only. Okay, so apart from these primitive data type, there are some other non-primitive data type also. Here you can see such as array and structures. What is this structure? I will be telling you in the next part. What is this structures mean? So these are the all non-primitive data type that X++ language also have. So here, let's see the example of all these data type. I told you that I will give you an example. So here I already written some of the examples so that you guys don't get confused. Here, the first one is any data type. Any data type is like what? Is like when you don't know the data type yet of the variable, when you don't know the data type of the variable yet, you can use any data type, any type, right? Here it is used for commonly used for placeholder only. Here how we are going to use any type, and this is your variable name, right? Here I'm not declaring initializing it, just any type. Here my variable name. Now boolean, here my variable name my boolean true, or you can give like that boolean variable name my boolean, or any other variable name that you want to give false. Here date, the format is this. This is how we are going to write date data type format. Here my variable name. Now when we talk about enum, my variable name, that is color here. Here the color's name, the element's name, that is red, green, blue. So what is this? Do you know, do you guys know what is this? This is used for constant. Okay, this is used for constant only. I will give you an example of it, really very simple example in the next slide within a few minutes. So see here, this data type. Here the example is my variable name and globally identified. Here this is my what? I'm assigning it. I'm assigning it in this data type, right? Here now int my variable name and my value. In 64, this the precision is the size is bigger than the int, as you can see guys. Here the size is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, but here 9, then start from 0. here also 9. So this is the bigger the int is younger brother of the int 64. You can think like that. Now real, what is this? This is a data type in x plus plus. This is a data type in x plus plus. It is like it has 16 digit precision in it. If I am not wrong, it has 16 digit precision in it. It is used for basically decimal point uh, who have a longer precision. If you want a longer precision value, then we use real data type. Like when I want to write a value of pi, okay, whatever the value it is, till how many decimal till how many digit it will go, no matter, it accommodate total 16 digit precision, right? Now the next one is string. String, my variable name and my value. Okay, then time of the day. Time of day data type. Here my object variable name and my format. The syntax is like this. Okay, if you compare the syntax of date, here you can see the similarities. Here we are only giving date, but here we are giving time, hour, minute, and second, right? But the comma, the syntax is really very similar. Here we are going to give date, here we are going to give time of day, and here the date itself, date, month, year, and here hour, minute, and second. Now the similarities between time of day and UTC date time is also really very similar. Here my data type, here my variable name, and just compare this one with this one. The format is same. Here year, month, date, hour, minute, second. Here minute, hour, minute, second only, because here we are only going to give time, but here date also. Right. Now we are going to learn about the var keyword. If you learn C sharp, then you guys are already familiar with var keyword. Why do we use this keyword? We use this keyword because we don't know the data type. We know that like I am not sure that my user will going to give me the decimal value or the integer, the whole number. I'm not sure. So what data type I am going to give? In runtime, if user give me decimal value, and if already I specified the data type as integer, then it will not accommodate, there will be a data loss. So that is not good for me. So what I'm going to give is, if I'm not sure what user is going to give me as an input, so I will use var keyword. Suppose not decimal, not integer, not whole number, if user give me his name, that is a string, and I literally don't know that he's going to give me his name as an input. So we use var keyword. So according to the value itself, it will change the data type. Okay. So now we already learned about constant and read only. That is 99% similar, constant keyword and read only keyword. But now we are going to see the difference between constant keyword and read only keyword. I told you that I will be discussing it within a few slides. So here, the difference between constant keyword and read-only keyword. First, look at this table here. When we initialize constant keyword at the time of declaration, the constant keyword must be initialized at the time of declaration. But the read-only keyword can also be declared or initialized at the time of declaration or in the constructor also. This is the difference between constant keyword and read-only keyword. Read-only keyword can initialize in constructor also, but constant keyword must be initialized at the time of declaration. Now, the next point is constant keyword cannot be changed after initializing. When we initialize constant keyword, the value cannot be changed after that. But in declaration, during declaration, if we initialize with value by using read only keyword, at the time of declaration, if we initialize the variable, then I can change it at after and later point of time. In constructor also I can change the value. So this is also the difference between constant and read-only keyword. Now the similarities is constant keyword can be global or local also. Read-only keyword also can be global or local. But there is one more difference. Constant keyword can be used with any access modifier, public, private, any protected, any access modifier. We can use constant keyword. But read only keyword, we cannot use it with static access modifier. We cannot use it. But in case of constant keyword, we can use it in static access modifier. Okay, so just look at the table, and you guys, if you want this slide or particularly this PDF, I can share it. Just ping me in the comment. I will be very happy to share it with you guys. So now the next thing is, that is null values for the data type. What happen if you don't initialize your variable? What happen? It will take the null value in your data type, in your variable. So what is the null value of real? The real data type, I already told you what is real data type. It has a 16 digit precision in it. Okay, this is used for decimal value obviously. So if you don't initialize your real if your variable is of real data type and you do not initialize it, so what will be the null value it going to take? Obviously 0, 0.0. If you don't initialize integer, it is going to take 0. If you don't initialize string, it is going to take as an empty string. Enum, it will going to take the set of 0, time 000, and date. This date is the null value of the date data type. Okay, so now I hope you understand all those topics, guys, all those points that we discuss in this video. And this is the part one only, and I will be making videos on Dynamic 365. So if you want the second part, so you just ping me in the comment section. I will also share this PDF to you. If you want this, just tell me in the comment section, and do share this video as much as possible, and subscribe this channel for more videos like this. I hope you understand all those topics, all those points, and I hope it will add some benefit to your learning phase. So bye bye, happy learning. We will meet in the next video, guys.